What's up, broskies? Damocles here, and today I wanted to talk about the sad state of Pokemon Unite's ranked and matchmaking systems, and some changes that I think would massively improve the quality of life of all players moving forward in future seasons of Pokemon Unite. So, the new season is supposed to start in 12 days, and I'm really hoping that they take some of these things into account because it's kind of like foundational in all MOBAs, and Pokemon Unite really needs to pick these up. So if you like this content and you want to see more of it, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all new Pokemon Unite guides. And follow me on TikTok for short guides, or Twitter and Instagram for updates and all that kind of stuff. But what I want to talk about is the matchmaking system first and foremost. Number one, doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Stop saying that matchmaking is poor or that it's bad. It just doesn't exist right now. It doesn't happen, okay? Matchmaking is based on who happens to be online at the time in Pokemon Unite. And this happens in ranked, and it happens in standard as well. And the main improvement that I want to make, number one, is I'm not saying you need an ELO system or anything like that, but there needs to be some skill barriers put in place in not just ranked but in standard as well, so that the new player and the veteran player experience is massively improved. Okay, so just as an example, in no circumstance should a brand new player coming out of the tutorial with just a potion and an XP share be put into the same standard or ranked game as a person with 500, 600 plus games or a master rank player. Just straight off the top, make that change, right? I don't care if there's an ELO or a skill-based system. If you want to do that later or it requires too much effort, that's fine. But at a bare minimum, there should not be a situation in which if a Masters player wants to go and play standard and just chill or play with their viewers or relax, get a warm-up game in, they should not have to have someone who is fresh out of the tutorial with 4 games played on their team or against their team. This does not make for a fun experience for the master tier player. It doesn't. It doesn't help you warm up. It doesn't help your skills in any way. It doesn't give you any skill expression. It's just not a enjoyable experience. It's not a fun competitive experience. And the same thing goes for the reverse. If I am bringing a brand new player into the game, they should not be having to go up against people who have 700 games in Pokemon Unite and are literally in the highest ranked tier possible. That shouldn't happen. Okay, it doesn't make for a good new player experience either, right? It's like, who wants to go up against someone, if I'm starting a brand new game, who wants to go up against someone who's dropped $90, has full items, and I have a potion? Nobody. And this hurts Pokemon Unite's growth. It hurts the growth because when new players come in, you want to have remotely competitive matches with other new players. You do not want to go up against people who have been playing for literally 3 months at this point. So, first things first, change that. Okay? If you change nothing else with the matchmaking system, just make it so the games are not like that. Make it so, all right, XYZ ranked player, if I am, this person just came out of tutorial. They should not be matched in a game with people of XYZ amount of games or XYZ rank until they hit this trainer level or they hit this amount of games played and they understand how the game is played. I feel like that's a really simple thing to put into place that will massively increase the quality of life of all players. It's going to make it so standard and match-made games and ranked games are not as frustrating. You don't have that skill disparity that upsets people so much. You don't have as many people complaining about not rotating to Dreadnought or not rotating to Rotom or soloing Zapdos because the people who have been playing for a long time are playing with people that have been playing for a similar amount of time. You don't have to have complete ranked separation. Just make it so the brand new players are playing with the brand new players. I feel like it's a fairly fair fix. And if you disagree with me, I don't know why. But then as far as ranked is concerned, because ranked is it's just a whole other thing. I have a 30-minute video on this, by the way, talking about what's killing Pokemon Unite. It sounds a little clickbaity, but I'll put the link down below or up above or wherever. You can go check that out if you want, where I go more in depth in comparing Unite's rank system to other rank systems and ELO systems. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm more just talking about some changes that for the new season that's dropping in 12 days would massively, massively help the player base. Number one, make it so if you are a new player or, you know, yeah, really, if you're a new player, there should be some kind of a barrier for entering ranked. You should not be unlocking ranked before quick play. Okay, and I'm not saying that so that people can't play with their friends or whatever, but you got to understand ranked exists in MOBAs for a fair and competitive environment. Straight up, that's it. Aside from the 5 stacks, which I'm going to talk about in a second, you should not be getting people that are brand new to the game, like the potion wielding XP share Zero Auras. They should not be in ranked. You should have to learn at a very base level what you need to do in a Pokemon Unite match. Okay, and some people were like complaining about this on Reddit, and I like couldn't believe it. Like, this is industry standard, guys. Okay, every single game, every single MOBA has ranked restrictions so that at a bare minimum, even beginner players or players in expert or great tier are getting games that are quality. They're not getting just brand new fresh players. So right now, I believe you have to be rank 6 in order trainer rank 6 in order to unlock ranked Pokemon Unite, and I think you need to get like rank 7 or something for quick play. What is that about? I think that a much better option would be get to XYZ trainer level, have XYZ amount of Pokemon unlocked, and that is going to allow you to actually enter ranked and do placement matches and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not talking about a total ranked overhaul. I'm just saying at a base level, a person should be, I don't know, whatever training level you think is fair, that someone should have some concept of how the game works at a base level at that time. So, if that's trainer level 15, if that's trainer level 20, some people might think that's too much. But the reality is that those players that you're saying is not too much, they're going into ranked and they're ruining people's experiences. And I'm not saying that because they are horrible people. I'm saying it because they just don't know how to play the game yet. And you should be able to learn and play in ranked as well. But the reality of the situation is that there has to be stopgaps. So just to put it into perspective, League of Legends, you have to be player level 30 and you have to own 20 characters or more. Okay? For Smite, you have to have a minimum of 20 owned characters, and they have to be a certain mastery level. They have to be mastery level 2 or higher, meaning you have to play a certain amount of games and show that you know how to play that character before you can hop into ranked. Okay? And you have to have a minimum of 30 normal PvP matches in the standard version of the ranked mode in order to play. All right? And you can only be in parties of 2 max, and you have to be close to that other person's tier. All right? For Dota, players must have played 100 hours on their account to gain access to ranked matchmaking, and depending on matches played and parties and stuff like that, requirements change. But 100 hours, okay? Storm League in Heroes of the Storm, players must have 16 or more heroes available and account level 30 or higher to queue for Storm League. These are the bare minimum requirements across the biggest MOBAs in the industry. Okay, so that ranked even at the lowest level, people are getting fair matches and they're learning. And I think that is a fairly simple ask. I feel like that's a fairly simple thing to put into place, is just making it raise those trainer requirements so that people have to learn how to play the game before they're actually able to play ranked. And that's not to say that, just by getting there you automatically know how to play the game, but it provides a greater barrier of entry so that new players can at least get their feet under them before going and trying to climb up. And the final thing I wanted to talk about is, obviously, guys, number one on my list every single time I'm going to talk about this, get solo queue into its own thing, or just remove 5 stacks. 5 stacks in no MOBA ever should be going up against solo queue, trio queue, or duo queue players, ever, period. They should not be in the same ladder. They should not be in the same bracket. None of that, okay? 5 stacks have no business being in solo queue. So whether that is going and making a solo queue only ladder where you can solo and duo queue, or that's making a 5 stack only ladder where you have 5 stack players being able to go and play against other 5 stacks only so they can determine who is the best team. Whatever you got to do, there should be no circumstance where a solo queue player, someone queuing up as one person, needs to go and hop into 19 discords to make sure that they get 5 players so they can be remotely competitive in this game. It is a miserable, solo queue is a miserable experience in Pokemon Unite. A miserable experience. I have a solo queue tier list. I have solo queue tips on my channel. You can go check them out. But number one in that list is don't do solo queue, because right now 5 stacks dominate solo queue. You can get matched up against 5 stacks as a solo queue player, and it should not happen. It does not happen in other games. And at a bare minimum for the next season, there should not be 5 stack players in Pokemon Unite's solo queue ranked ladder. There shouldn't be. It's just it's unfair at every possible level. There is so little communication that is possible in Pokemon Unite that going up against 5 stack players is just gonna be a stomp, and it's not fair, and that violates everything that ranked systems are supposed to be. So I'm sorry if you hear my dog snoring beneath me, but he's cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys agree with this. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like they are fairly simple things that would just go miles to reduce the frustration of so many Pokemon Unite players and to make it a better game. Just bare minimum requirements, guys. I'm not asking for a total ranked overhaul, even though it probably needs one. But going into this next season, if you don't have, I mean, it's been, 4 months now? If you have this going on for another year with 5 stacks in solo queue and just no barriers for brand new players just getting smoked by players who have been playing for 5 months, it doesn't help the game grow. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to be back to guides and stuff. Let me know if you want to see this Gardevoir guide, by the way. And thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below what you think, any changes you would make, or if you disagree with me or whatever. I'm more than happy to discuss, but I'm just kind of frustrated because I love this game, and I love playing MOBAs, but there's never been a MOBA I've loved so much, that I want to succeed so much, but frustrates me so much. Sometimes it's just difficult hopping on Pokemon Unite, and it's like, man, I could go and play Masters solo, and go up against just like, it's just a coin flip, or I can go and play Standard with some buddies, and then it's a coin flip there. It's like, oh, did we get an XP Share Zero Aura again? So let me know what you guys think. Again, we'll be back to guides shortly, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Thanks so much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below, and hit me up down below if you want to see the Gardevoir guide. Peace out, guys.